Hey everyone, how you doing out there? Welcome to Camppatton Family Compound. It's time for Friday night on the Homestead, and tonight's topic is fall is here. Are you ready? How's everybody doing out there? All right, let's go up and check to see who's in here. First, I want to go ahead and change that banner across the bottom and put up that one. There we go. And let's check the comments and see who's first in here. First in here, well, first comment was Idaho Garden Girl. She said she had the second like. Tammy at Rebel Canners was next in. Then CR, Creative Redundancy. Then Kaylin Strain. Then Soldiers Girls Prepper came in. And everybody's talking back and forth there. Walt Rogers came in saying he's lurking. Suzanne Galley came in and said she'll be mainly lurking as well. Everybody's talking back and forth, saying hi to each other. Courtney's here, Wide Family Farm. She can't come up. All right, she was going to try to, but she said she can't. And let's see here. Moon over Miami's here. And I have caught up here. All righty. So we got 11 watching and 10 thumbs up. Oh, who didn't hit the thumbs up? Yeah, YouTube is getting really picky about, especially with live streams. If people are watching and they don't give a thumb, even a thumbs up and a comment, even if the comment's just saying, "Hey, I'm working," their AI now goes, "Oh, it must be a bot," because they're just watching, they're not interacting. So, yeah, more ways to charge their advertisers for putting the ads up, but not pay the creators if they're putting the ads up onto their videos over. Yeah. Anyways, let's see here. Let me just go ahead and grab this and throw this down here below real quick here in there. I'm going to put the link for those that want to come up here and we'll talk about fall and what we got to do. And there it is. And pin the message. Okay. And Mary Beth Smith is here too. Cool. All righty. So, fall starts tomorrow. I think the time is like in about 4 hours, actually, 4 or 5 hours when fall kicks off. Anyways, I mentioned to Courtney, earlier on, I think it was afterwards off of one of her live streams or something, you were talking about, oh, you ready for fall? She goes, no. So why do some people look at fall so dreadfully and others look at it, summer's over? Well, let me see if I can bring something up here. And you got all the leaves coming down. You got to either mulch them or you got to rake them up, and you got all your animals you got to take care of and get them ready for winter. And hey, Uncle Al, how's it going? And CB at Hugo Homestead. All right, so you got animals. You got to worry about making sure they're ready for winter. So you got up here we got a short fall. And so got to get them ready for winter, all the different types of animals. In your garden, you got to get your garden, set to do whatever it needs to do over the winter, depending where you're at. If you're in the snow, you're down just in the southern states, whatever you need to do for your garden to get it ready. And cleaning up the yard and getting everything cleaned up. All the stuff's been growing all summer long. Need to get it cleaned up. And then you got repairs to do before the rains come. And all the stuff you got to do to the house and barns and everything else. Yeah, fall lasts until it snows. However, CR, there have been years here where in another, I guess it was about the 25th, we had snow here in Idaho. And then it went away, and it was back in the 70s again for another couple weeks. And then we got snow again. Then it was back in the 70s for a couple weeks. And seriously, everyone was going, all right. We've had first fake fall. We got third summer, second fake fall, fourth summer, beginning fall, Indian summer, first winter, fall. I mean, it's like that. It was like that through Christmas. It was just, snow, hot, rainy, warm, rainy, snow. I mean, it was just back and forth, and it just was just nuts that one year. And so you couldn't count on anything because, sometimes you think, all right, all the plants are dead, because it snowed. But the snow, it was snowing because it was like 35, 38 degrees or whatever. It didn't get down below freezing, but it was freezing way up high. And so the snow came down, landed on the plants, and by 10 o'clock, it was gone. And at 10 o'clock in the morning, it was gone. And then, it got hot again, and it's like, oh, tomatoes are still producing. What's going on here? So, and that's the thing, is, are we ready for it? Well, right now I'm not ready. Right now we are getting what is typical October weather. We've been getting typical October weather for the last 3 weeks, and it's like it went from hot August to October in a week. It's like, dang, September was short. What happened? Yeah. We had something like that in California the one year. Was in the San Francisco Bay Area. Usually from Thanksgiving to New Year's Day, it's foggy all the time in the morning. It's foggy. You have all this fog and stuff. And we don't have a white Christmas. We have a white fog Christmas there. But here it's like I've been working trying to get the stuff up for the cover over the back patio, and it was raining hard this morning. It was raining hard till about 3 o'clock, and then about by 3:30, 4 o'clock, it totally stopped, and the patio started drying off. I go, oh, cool, I get a couple more boards up. I went out there, I started working to get, holy heck, hang on. All right, Don just lost power. That's WD Glock and Roll there in Oregon. And so he's going to get his generator out, fire it up, and get everything going. Anyways, so I get out there to do it, and this is not a thin shirt. This is a heavy Carhartt cotton work shirt. I'm out there, and all of a sudden I'm going, dang, it's cold. It's really cold. I got one board up, came in, got warmed up, put on my work vest, went out there, got a second board put up, and it was like even the sheep vest on. It was like, dang. So I came in, got warmed in, then went back outside, finished picking up the tools I put out there to work on it, and I started cutting boards because the next section between posts is less than 8 feet. It's 6'6", And so I was cutting boards off to go up for that. And it's like, even in the shop, it's like, oh man, my knees are starting to hurt me. So yeah, fortunately though, tomorrow, let's see, get the right one here, up here. The right weather one up here. So I'll close that, get that one up. That one has it on it. Yeah. So we have a frost advisory tonight. It's supposed to get down to 36. The high tomorrow is 61. Saturday night is 36. Sunday is high is 69. Oh, so we're warming up a little bit. Sunday night's 42. Monday is 75. Woohoo! And then it starts getting colder again. So it peaks up to 75 and drops back down on Tuesday for the high of 68. And it goes 68, 69, 63. So, yeah, and that takes through Thursday. My wife is supposed to be arriving Saturday with the youngest son. He's 24. And so, yeah, you can send a little bit of that heat this way. I could do a little bit of, one day of 81 in there just to warm everything back up again. Hey, Shawnee, how's it going? Did I miss anybody else coming in here? Real quick here. Oh, all right. And yeah, it was just, it was weird out because it was like, because on today's Friday. So Tuesday, when it started to rain on Tuesday, it rained a little bit, and in the afternoon stopped, and it was warm out. It was warm rain and stuff. It wasn't that bad at all. And then Wednesday wasn't that bad. Yesterday it got to be cold, and today it was really cold out this morning, and it's not warming up at all. And so it's supposed to be 36 tonight. So the new furnace has been kicking on about 5 or 6 times for about 10 minutes, each time today. It kicks in, raises the heat up a little bit, and then, takes forever for it to go back down, which is a lot better than doing the firewood in the wood burning stove. Hey, Tibor, how's it going? And, but yeah, so Monday, I may get, it depends what it's like tomorrow. I may get the last stringers up, or the cross member beams up, and then get all the rafter braces on those beams. Either I may get them up tomorrow, or I may finish it up Sunday after church. And Monday, I'll be putting all the rest of the rafters up, hopefully, and get those all up. And once they are up, then I'm just sitting here and waiting till the staff sergeant and my son get here, and then we start putting up the metal sheet roofing up there. And once that should theoretically a day and a half at the most to get all that up there. And we get it down, and it goes quickly, and there's no wind blowing, we could get it all done in 4 hours. So yeah, it'll be interesting. But yeah, it was so cold out there. I went out there and looked at the tomatoes. I'm looking, I go, dang, these things, with the cold rain they got yesterday and today, and the cold breeze blowing on them, they're going to go say, we're done. But the lettuce is loving it. The Swiss chard is loving it. And I forget the other type plant, which is looks like a weed, but it's exactly where I planted every single one of the seeds. It's the exact same plant coming up, so I know it's from the package. And I can't remember quite what that package says on it, but it's supposed to be a less bitter than the main variety of that, and it's good for salads. So we'll see how that works out. But that's starting to do really good. The sunflowers are struggling. because we have been keep getting that nice warm weather through the 15th. Usually about the 15th of October is when it starts turning, and then a couple days before Thanksgiving we get a snow, and then it's warm through Veterans Day, or maybe even Thanksgiving. Then we get another snow. All right, so Idaho Garden Girl dehydrated some diced jalapenos, and Tammy at Rebel Canners strung some peppers on some strings and have those hanging in her car to dehydrate in the car. And Mary Beth is making apple fritters. Hey, CR, you didn't know they were going to be talking about food, did you? Let's see, what other food we got up there to bug CR with? CR is waiting for his sunflowers to dry out. He still has some blooming. Yeah, these are just last minute ones. I just planted a dozen of them just for laughs and giggles. There were so many in the package, I just planted some. I don't expect to get anything out of it. I'm just hoping it'll help work the soil, and then I can take them out, chop them up, and put them down to for composting on the what may turn out to be, instead of a dinner garden, may turn out to be a food forest. That's one thing my wife and I are going to talk about when she gets here, is switch some things around and put the food forest back where I was talking about, thinking about the dinner garden, since it was right outside the kitchen door there. But it's the best protected area from the wind, so that's probably where we want to put the apricot tree, a pear tree, cherry tree, and an apple tree or two. Brought a tub of cut. Cool. Okay, a tub of lamb meat, and we added it. Cool. CR is eating in advance, huh? But the thing about food, I just read Rebel Canners there on the topic turns to food. How many of you still are finishing up harvesting from your garden, or going to be harvesting from your garden for the next couple of weeks and preserving that food? Yeah. Applesauce, apple butter, cabbage, carrot, onion roll, egg rolls. Cool. Early supper early, fried chicken, broccoli, casserole, mashed potatoes. Yeah. Tammy's planting garlic next. Woohoo. I actually got when my wife comes up here, I got to get her to go with me to look at the nursery for the different types of garlics to find out what type of garlic we want to try planting here this winter, because we're going to be planting different types each year and figure out what works best here. Okay, Kaylin's has some herbs and greens to harvest. I'll be collecting seeds from her something or other and mustard plants. Yeah. Well, Mary Beth, if you can find stuff at the farmer's market and the grocery store, the good stuff that's on sale, and stock up on that and then can that for the wintertime, it's not a bad thing to do. Oh, all right. There is a commercial food company called U.S. Foods, and they supply to restaurants and stadiums and big event things like that. And of course, most scout camps across the Western United States, they have the contract to supply the food for scout camps and stuff. They bought out Smart and Final, which had just bought out one of the things of cash and carry. There were two different cash and carry stores, not related to each other, but had the same name. And they bought out the one. Smart and Final bought out the one, and then U.S. Foods bought out Smart and Final. And the big store they just put Smart and Final had put here in Idaho Falls, in 6 months from when it was built, turned from Smart and Final to the Chef store. Well, the Chef store here, earlier today, Modern Refugee posted a video where he made some split pea soup that was his grandfather's, something, and one of his, family members' recipes, and did it in a ceramic bean pot in the oven. And we were talking about stuff, and I started checking out, wait a minute, I don't have any split peas, bulk pea stuff in our prep. So I checked at Sam's, I checked at Costco, I was checking around Walmart, every place I could think. I was checking out, and I go, wait a minute, Chef store. Every place I had been checking was $1.29 up price per pound. I go to the Chef store, and it's a 20-pound bag for $17. So that's like 80 cents or less per pound. It's like, dang, I got to go over there this week and pick up a couple of 25-pound bags so we have some split peas in the preps. Now, what do we got going on here? Big flea market. Cool. Excellent. And I'm not even sure. I got to check, see what they're doing. They've been doing so much work in Idaho Falls this summer on the roads and stuff. And they've had Broadway is one of the main roads in downtown. They got it all tore up and detours going on. And so, but let me pull up my my little calendar thing over here. All right, so the 27th of October is supposed to be the last Saturday or the 27th, the 28th. The 28th is supposed to be the last Saturday of the farmer's market. So probably depends whether or not my wife stays and goes back on a Sunday, or whether if she goes back on the following Saturday after she arrives here, she's not going to be here to go up there on a Saturday to the farmer's market. But I was hoping we were going to do that last time, and we couldn't. Let's see here. So it's 90 degrees there, 98 degrees there in Texas. Yeah. And the Texas governor has declared that there is an ongoing invasion from Mexico into Texas. So I was going to see how that twists the panties of the snowflakes. We're wanting to go open borders, let them all come in. Now he wants a salad. All right, green and yellow split peas, also lentils. Oh, which reminds me of something funny. Who posted it on Facebook? What was it? Mac Gilbert? Might have been, anyways, posted a picture of a Planters peanut, can, whatever, and it said no nuts on it. Planters peanuts, and a double no nuts. And we're like, well, wait a minute, it's peanuts. There's no nuts. And then someone pointed out in the comment section, peanuts are not a nut because they're grown underground. They are a legume. So it's not actually a nut, but people still have a nut, quote, a nut allergy to peanuts, which actually is a legume allergy. Hey, Wayne, how's it going? And so figured out, so what's truth in advertising? No nuts, but wait a minute, it's, people have peanut allergies, but it's not really a nut allergy. It's a peanut allergy, but it's a legume allergy because the peanuts are a legume. So figure that one out over. And let's see here, got up there. Okay, Uncle. Yeah, okay. It's he says not by Mexicans for the invasion of there. It's both, and it is some Mexicans come in, and it's those from other South American Latino countries. Yeah. Well, let's just hope they go right on up to New York City and cause all sorts of problems up there and wake those snowflakes up and say, wait a minute, we got to close the borders. Yeah, if Texas is smart, okay, we're loading you on buses taking to New York City. Let's go. And we're sending a bunch of you over there to Seattle and Portland and San Francisco and LA. Of course, they all go, oh, no, we don't want to go to East LA. Brandon okayed it. No one wants to go to New York City. So someone born in New York City. I'm in Texas. Well, my sister was born in California, and she's in Texas too. And Wayne has switched channels from The Ungrateful Peasant to Becoming Dangerous. So he's saying hi to everybody from there. All right. Yeah. So Wayne, Uncle Al, Don, anybody else out there? Links up on the top of the chat there. Let's see here. Yeah. All right. And so let me drop this back down here for the moment. Yeah. So, I mean, this year, fall has come way too fast. Actually, late fall has come way too fast. I was born down in Glendale, California, and we used to go down to LA all the time, down into Orange County. There, you cannot pay me now to go down into Orange County. I don't care if you give me a 2-year, gold ticket, whatever heck it is for Disneyland. I'm not going back there again. It is no longer fun. So, yeah. My native state has gone down the sewer, and it's backing up. But as far as getting ready for fall here, and my daughter ordered. I think she got them on Amazon. I have to check with her. But she had a couple big rabbit cages, and the tray in the bottom was breaking, and all the babies were getting too big, and she needed to separate them out. So she ordered a couple of little bit smaller cages, still good 3 foot, 4 foot long cages. And for the rabbits with slide out trays instead of the ones where you got to take it apart to take the tray out. So she can, been 2 days, time to dump all that rabbit poo out. And she got those 2 and immediately ordered 2 more. So she has 4 of those, and then one big cage that didn't fall apart. And so she's separating the boy bunnies away from the girl bunnies. She's got to keep the 2 mama bunnies apart because they fight. And she's got to keep the forget what they call the buck. She's got to keep the buck away from all the females, old and young, so she doesn't have another whole thing of rabbits going on now. I'm going to build a 30-30 space cowboy gun. Cool. All right. So Kaylin was born in Nebraska, but most of her life in Iowa. Hello, Tofu. How's it going? Just double checking the chat here, make sure. And CR is still eating. And I wonder how he stays so skinny, eating all the time. And all these live streams, he goes, I'm eating. Yes. In fact, I already did my my antifreeze, and I did put the special anti-freezing windshield washer fluid in already, just because that's all I keep in it, That way I don't have to take out the one stuff and put the other stuff in. It's maybe $1 a gallon, or not even $1 a gallon more than the other stuff. And it's just like, keep one in there all the time, and I'm good on it. Yeah, and so if you have a generator and you haven't used the generator all summer, go fire it up. If it's had a total of 50 hours on it since the last time you did an oil change the oil. If it's been a couple years and only has like 5 hours of just test running on it, change the oil. And you may want to just go ahead and run it for about 8 hours or so and run the fuel out of it, put fresh fuel in it. Yeah, I used to have that till about, it suddenly changed about when I hit 32. And my able to eat 5 or 6 boxes of Twinkies and Ding Dongs at lunch, and not gain a pound over 150 pounds disappeared. My metabolism changed about 32 hours, and boom, it changed. And oof, yeah. Been watching Central South American videos on building and emerging bug out bags, escape to Chicago. Oh, escape to Chicago. What was it? Yes, Matt Gilbert put up a meme on Facebook. The top half of it says, I think it was Max that put it up, and it was had a picture of all these seashells, and it says collecting shells in Florida. The next one is all these 9mm, 223, 30 out 8, and all these other casing shells on the ground. And it was collecting shells in Chicago. And I put one up with even more shells on it saying Detroit. But yeah, they're escaping to Chicago. They're going to say, what the heck were we thinking? Actually, we kind of do that in the springtime after I get done burning the firewood, because even with, no matter how good you are, there's ash in the wood burning stove, gets all over the house, and the house needs it. And we usually do that in the do the deep cleaning in the spring, but we give it a light cleaning before we start buttoning up the house for the fall, winter. Yeah, actually, I need to probably be a good idea to go out and clean all the water spots off the window. Yeah. Yeah, when I had the indoor garden experiment going, one of the tubs cracked a little bit, and because I was I don't know why it cracked, but it's once I was keeping adding water to it, and the plants were just going nuts. So it cracked, a bunch of that nice stuff leaked all over the carpet. So fortunately, I noticed it almost immediately, and I drug it outside and cleaned up what I could. But my wife had the Bissell shampooer vacuum down there in California. She brought it the last time. I just haven't had a chance to do it. And of course, now it's getting cold. It's going to be So when it warms up on Monday or Tuesday, whenever it hits that nice, which day was it here? Monday, when it hits 75 on Monday, then I will get that section of the carpet done on Monday. Yeah. My daughter replaced the one door in the house over there, and she's trying to find the soft, squishy foam stuff to go around the door. All she can find is the hard stuff, and it's like, it seems that that's all Ace Hardware, Lowe's, and Home Depot sell up here in Idaho is the hard stuff. Back in California, they had the hard stuff, they had the soft stuff, they had the wide soft, the narrow soft. Soft stuff is what really works for keeping the breezes out, because you put the hard stuff on, all of a sudden it causes, because it doesn't, the one side doesn't squeeze more than the other side, so you still wind up with a gap because this part that needs to be squeezing, if it were soft, isn't, and it's still keeping the bottom out, and it's a pain in the butt here. Yeah. Yeah, there's a Lowe's in California. There's several Lowe's in California. A bunch of them. There's one in Concord, one in Pittsburgh, one in Antioch, one in Brentwood, one in Richmond. This is all just in the San Francisco Bay Area. One down in San Ramon, one in Pleasanton, two in Fremont. I'm not sure about the other. That's about the only places I go. I don't go into Oakland. When I was over there, all Walmart had was the hard stuff. I don't know. I've noticed that when stores here and the stores in California and the stores in Nevada stock different things. So when I can stop at the one that's in Nevada, especially in Winnemucca, and go in there, it'll have stuff that the other two stores don't, and they won't have stuff that the other stores do. So they do not stock all their stores the same. Cut back to perennial soon. Yeah. Yeah, I got some more stuff to do out front here too, but not until once that back pad roof is all up, or it's done and ready for the roofing. Next week, if I have it all done, waiting for my wife to get here to help, and my son to help me put the panels up. If I get it all done before then I will be taking care of some of the perennial stuff out front, getting it pruned back. No yellow trucking, okay? Because there was a yellow depot up in Hercules on Highway 4. Right by the golf course up there. Big, huge golf course, and right next to the golf course, owned by the same people, is the hunting and trap club. Pick up, clean, dust one day, sweep another, bathrooms another, kitchen. Yeah. Deep clean schedule yet. Hey Jay, how's it going? All righty. Let's see here. Yeah. So not this coming Monday. Let me double check the calendar just to make sure here. Yeah. So not this coming Monday, but the second. Since she will be here, I will try on the second for Monday of Fireside throws to get the my wife to come up on there. And what do I have scheduled for that one? Hang on, let me see what my schedule is here. Okay, so the second. Okay, I can switch that around because we don't have the chickens yet, so I can do the chicken feed a different one. I'll switch those two chats around. That'll work. And then on, yeah, and I'll try to get my son to come out in here. It'll be, yeah, I may have to bribe him here. Here's a 50. Come on in here and talk to the people about prepping. Hey, Liberty Garden, how's it going? Hey, Aiden here. And so hopefully on the 3rd, I can get, we'll be able to get my son in here because he's been buying a lot of prepping stuff back there in California. And once he's up here this time, he may decide to start shipping some of it up here. Especially if I get the stuff for my winter project this winter, or as soon as the bulk of the outside stuff here is done, is to insulate the shop and put up either 3/8 or 3/16, whichever is cheaper. And right now, I think the 3/16 is cheaper than the 3/8. It's just weird, but OSB boards inside it to hold the insulation in place. Then I can put all my shelves up in there. And then I can put a heater out there, and then we can turn the one area into a pantry out there, a dry pantry. Okay, hang on. All righty, and so I'm just sort of catching up there on that. Missed some stuff there. All right, and T-Bar, I'm not sure who T-Bar was saying this to order it from the East Coast stores for stocking it for winter. Has pallets of salt and ice melt ready. Praying it does that part. Here's a little secret I found out for the ice melt. All the Home Depot, Lowe's, Sam's Club, Walmart, their prices for ice melt are ridiculous. Have been for the last several years. The best place where I was getting it at was at Costco. It was like for a 50-pound bag was like $4 to $5 cheaper. And then they ran out, but then they had the water softener salt of the same granular consistency of the ice melt for even $3 less than that. And I figured, oh, well, okay, I'll try this to see how that works. And it works just as good as the regular ice melt, and also works in the water softener. So I bought about 12 bags of it. And last time I was 2 days ago when I was at Costco, they had a couple pallets of that sitting in there. So yeah, so basically, I found the best place for me to get it was at Costco. But once this cover's on, I will be using a lot less ice melt because what I used the most of it was between the utility room door and the shop, and that's what I used a lot last year. And even sometimes with the snowfall, it wasn't enough. But now I got that nice thing, hopefully it'll all just slide right on off out into the garden area, so I don't have to use anything. Yeah. So I mean, I did. For those of you who saw the little video I did out there, and I had a little section in that video about the gutters. So I got the one totally working, and it's functioning good. The leaves came down, and the leaves all washed right down and out because I have like a 3 1/8 inch hole now instead of a 2 by 3 inch hole, and only one line of the heat tape going down. or coming up, because they ran it up back and forth and ran it down, and so it had multiples in there, and it was a mess, and I got all that straightened out. And so as soon as we get the throws, if I get everything done before my wife and son get here, I may go ahead and put the for the long gutter across the 80-foot stretch at the back of the house. I may put the go ahead and get that one all changed up and going too, and that way I'll have all my rain and stuff and melting snow and ice off the roof going away from everything, which will make it really nice. Of course, next spring I'll probably go ahead and put gutter up at the bottom of the new roof there, where it's nice and steep, and put some heat tape up on that, because I found the exact same heat tape these guys were using. I found that on Amazon, and I got it saved in my wish list, and I'll just go ahead and put it across the bottom of that and that gutter, and collect more fresh water for the garden, for the stuff like the stuff that needs the lower pH, the berries, the I forget the plant now. The one that blooms in different colors, especially if you put the coffee grounds on it, because that lowers the pH. No, right now, what's going on right now, CR, this last week, if you've been watching Suspicious Observers, I know Kaylin has and Stephanie has. The sun has been farting at us for the last last week or so, and so for the last 5 days we've been getting an influx of the geomagnetic winds, storms, and we had a small CME hit the earth a couple days ago, and it's really spiked us up into the PK8, PK7, PK8 level, and then the earth, the sun just fired off a couple more at us, and so but fortunately, the ones that are close to the X class have been very impulsive. That means, and that's it, really quick. The one that was a lower M class went up, and it was a longer duration. That may be the one, and that's the third one coming at us here this weekend, and that may be the one that causes the problem, because we're getting hit with a 1, 2, 3 punch of material from the sun. You're going to lurk, Wayne? Okay. Hydrangeas, yes, hydrangeas. Thank you, Tofu. And actually, some of the hydrangeas, they survive. They'll die almost all the way back, and they'll come back up again the next year here, like a lot of the lilies and some of the other plants do. So, but yeah, I'm going to be getting. I'm going to get a lot of stuff done here in the next couple of weeks, hopefully before we hit our first real freeze and snow. And the last time my wife was up here, we bought a wood chipper. Has 3-inch, which it's actually more like 2 3/4 opening for the branches and stuff. Man, it works good. And you put a big branch in it, you got to hang on to it and stop it, because it just suck it right on in. And it'll bog down, because it'll chip so much it'll plug up the cutting wheel in there. And but one of the last couple days she was here, we were across the street cutting out all the dead lilac and stuff, getting that cleaned out so the other stuff it can breathe and survive and actually thrive. And so when she and my son are here, hopefully we can get out there with the chainsaw and start cutting that up, because I got the tractor to run again. Tractor is having problems, and we'll bring all the stuff that's 3 inches or 2 3/4 or smaller over here, and run it through the chipper shredder and put all those chips out on the garden area. Yeah, I don't think the Earth has enough Beano to take care of the sun farts. Anyone overwintering stuff? Yes, there are several people in here overwintering stuff. Let's see. Well, I'm going to overwinter. Well, if my wife gets here, we're going to plant garlic. I have some carrots. I have some carrots that I started indoors, and they're still, they're little baby finger carrots, but I'm going to overwinter them out in the shop. And so that's what stuff I'm going to be overwintering. I'm not doing any onions this year. Next year I'll do onions and overwinter a bunch of the onions next year. No, I don't use cold frames. But the door that my daughter took out had double pane window. That's what most of the door was, window, and had louvers inside. So we're going to take it apart, and I'm going to build use those to build sort of a cold frame for two of the IBC totes that have the peas in them, or we're going to put it over on the ones that have the come on brain work, the rainbow chard and the Grand Rapids lettuce in it. See if we can keep that going longer into the winter. Okay, I'll get you the information on that chipper here in just a second here. This over here. And boom, get in here. Because we bought it at Home Depot. And the price had come down on it with chipper. It's the big yellow one. Let's open up here. And the price went back up on it. Okay, yeah. All right, it's here. Let me bring this up into the full, because we didn't pay this much for it when we got it. It was a couple $100 less than this. So here we go. So this is the Champion brand here. Come on. Champion 3-inch chipper capacity. Comes with a bag that goes on the discharge chute there. So you can fill up the bag, you go over, you can shake it, dump it where you want to dump it. It has a zipper on it. That's the chipper. There it is, the bag on it. And so that's the chipper shredder we got, and the total price with tax was less than that. It was less than the $849. So it was on sale more than when she was here. It was on sale at the time we got it. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, I know about Florida. You guys do most of your gardening in the wintertime because it's still warm enough, but it's not so hot it kills everything and bakes it. Let's see here. Just reading up another thing. Hey, Chipper, yeah. Now, the one that has the chipper for unwanted visitor disposal is they have a toe behind one that'll take like 12-inch. Now it'll take 12-inch. I know it'll take 9-inch, but they put some pretty daggone big limbs in there, and it has a power feed on it, so it slows it down and just yeah. Yeah, this thing came with a bag on it, and generally what we've been doing with it though, we bagged it a couple times and it got started getting close to full, about 3/4 full. I'd stop, pull it off, and up it. I just unzipped the back end, and basically what it is, it kept it from blowing everywhere and just shot it straight out into a big pile, and we just scooped it up into the wheelbarrow with a scoop shovel. That worked pretty good. It just kept it in confined and dumped it in at one spot there. Yeah. It's what's weird is this summer we had a couple hot days. I got 4 or 5 days one week, and another week. Last year we had. I mean, it was like, all right, 6 weeks, high 90s the entire time. So this, right now we are below normal temperatures. But we're supposed to, according to all the the geniuses out there running their news, their stuff, and everything else, sorry, is going to be warmer by a few degrees for southern Idaho over the norm. Well, we'll see what that does. Oh, okay. I know a lot of chipping to do mulch. Yeah. Yeah. If I can get all that, the lilac in there, I'll have plenty of really good mulched walkway across the end by the shop, about 6 foot wide worth, where, I can go across there. I thought I heard a thump back there. Oh, no, okay, I know what it was. And anyways, if I can get that down, everything else, because in the next, probably Wednesday, I'm gonna have to get the rototiller on the tractor and do a till job on the garden area where I had all the straw spread out there, because I got all the green stuff coming up that I need to rototill under. And so I'm going to get that turned back in under. No, the noise was here. It was back in there. It was the furnace kicking on. It did a little pop every now and then when it kicks on. It does a little pop as it kicks in. So hang on here. I just got a message here. Let's see what it says. Okay, from my daughter. She's trying to send a picture of her work schedule, and I don't know what she's doing. She's got to change the setting on her phone, because I keep getting. Is it going to show it? I keep getting that symbol there where it's not loading stuff. So it won't send the picture because she's sending too large of a volume of a picture. But that's her work schedule. So it means that next Friday, during the day, I'll be babysitting grandkids across the street. Maybe Thursday too. We'll just have to see how it goes. Just reading the comments here, getting caught up here. Yeah. So next week I'll start out there in the first of the week with my daughter out there in the morning, cutting up the lilac as much as we can, and then when my wife and son get here, we'll start hauling it off and over to this side of the street and start running it through the chipper shredder and get more those wood chips out there. And then, of course, this next spring, I'm going to be taking down at least one of those 4 trees in the back, the rest of the way down, and we'll be running all that through the whipper chipper as well. Yeah, it's a gas furnace. Because of the volume of the gas appliances we're going to be going to here. They, instead of going to with the 6-ounce feed on the natural gas, they gave it a 2-pound feed, and so I need to find out whether they need to put a regulator on the gas furnace, but it only does it once in a while. I don't know what's up with it. Yeah, but the small limbs and stuff are going in the garden. The bigger stuff, anything bigger than 3 inches, we cut up for firewood. The 2.5-inch big long limbs, yeah, those go in the wood chipper. Yeah, trying to put as much stuff as we can in the wood chipper because we want it in the garden in the compost pile. And if we get the contractors out here next spring for the cottonwood trees, yeah, I'll have probably 20 cords of firewood from one of the cottonwood trees, and a big pile of wood chips. Worse than raccoons. I'm just reading Jay's comment. Worse than raccoons. Don't feed in-laws. They'll keep coming. Don't feed the in-laws. They'll keep coming around. Yeah. We'll see. Okay, here we go. Back to that. So the unwanted visitors that go through that you've give them the grand tour of the wood chipper, they get fed to the pigs, because then it's all real small pieces, and there's they get the minerals from the bones and the calcium and everything else, and Hey, living my best life at 60. Just about ready to wrap it up here. All right. Okay, so coming up here on the schedule. Tomorrow, Survival Saturday on Gray Man Prepping. That's gray with an A. The topic is listed as turn off your AC, save money. We're going to talk about, because a lot of areas of the country are still warm and hot, like down in Texas with 98 degrees. Ways to cool off without spending a ton running the AC. Monday on back here on Camppatton Family Compound for the Monday Night Fireside Chat is what about your spouse? And it's all I'm going to leave it at. You want to find out about it, you got to show up on that one. Tuesday on Gray Man Prepping, it's up in the air because it's my birthday, and I don't know if I'm going to do a birthday special or I'm going to figure out something else to throw at you guys. So, so Tuesday is up in the air. Next Friday here is Thursday night on Gray Man Prepping is going to be the Midnight Ride. I fired that back up last night. On next Friday here, it's the topic is, does your garden do what it should? So that's going to be an interesting one next Friday. All righty. And so that's what's coming on. I want to thank everybody in the side chat for came up here. I want to thank all my channel members. And yeah. And when the wife's here and the son, and we start doing the roofing in the back, the metal roofing, I'm going to do a setup for a live stream out there so you guys can watch us do it live. I'll just need to remind everybody, watch the language. Because metal roofing can be real stressful. All right, everyone. Take care, and I will hopefully see you tomorrow on Gray Man Prepping. 10 o'clock Eastern for Survival Saturday. Take care.